close work.
I don't think so. And I wish these guys the best. I'd never wish ill on anybody trying to accomplish their dreams. But I can assure you, when these young men were thinking about being professional basketball players, they didn't think about playing in Europe. My concerns are, Skip, is that what happens when the dad can't control the situation? Because we've seen it on occasions, and we've only known LaVar Ball. LaVar Ball jumped into our medium, into our axiom 6-9 months ago. Yep. We saw he couldn't control the situation. He didn't like the situation in Vegas in the AAU game. He pulled his team off the court. He couldn't control the situation. A new coach came in at Chino Hill, said, I don't want your son to shoot 50 times. He took him out of school. He couldn't control the length of the suspension that UCLA had bestowed upon his shoplifting son. He removed him from the equation.
I just feel sadness. That the media, CNN, ESPN, has given this guy a platform. He represents everything that's bad about sports. You know, I just feel bad for those kids because, you know, everybody talk about he might be a good father, this and that. No, he's not. He's just exploiting his kids. And I just don't like the guy at all, plain and simple. And don't tell me he's a good father. Just because you exploit your kids trying to make money because you have no talent, that does not make you a good father. That makes you exploiting your kids.
All right, y'all, here we are back again, another hot topic. So let's talk about what has now unfolded with another Ball saga. And what it is the fact that LiAngelo Ball and LaMelo Ball has just signed a 1-year contract in Lithuania with the E-League over there. It's not even the G League here. It's the E-League there. And they signed each for $500 a month to play ball. And mind you, again,
it's not about the money; it's for the love.
LaMelo is 16, so just keep that in mind. He's going to be there for
like
a few
3
years.
He's going to have to do like 3 years,
right? Because he can't play NBA until he's 19. So that's a whole nother thing. But what's your take on what now has transpired with the ball, with the whole ball circus? I call it a circus.
This question for me.
Why Banks? Because Banks is
he's a part of the phase. He's a golf ball.
He's team ball, man. I need you to.
Banks, they golf ball.
What's happening, Banks?
Come on, Banks.
Banks is stressed.
What do you want me to say? I'm not stressed about anything. I mean, I don't know what their plan is. I really don't know.
Can you quantify what's going on, man?
Look, like I've always said, they're going out on a limb. They're trying something different. I don't know what the end result is going to be. Like I've continued to say, we got to see 3 or 4 years from now.
But what's your thoughts on this one? I'm not talking about down the road. What are your thoughts on this move here? Let's focus on that.
I got Banks. Kid's not playing well. You know what I'm saying? He's not playing well. That's like Banks' only answer. He's not playing well.
Come on, Banks.
Look, what are my thoughts on the move? I don't really have any.
You don't have no things. Yes, we gotta see in 5 years.
I don't know what the plan is. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what can I tell you?
But do you co-sign this move?
What's the co-sign? They's playing overseas. Look, you want me to focus directly on this move? I just don't know what the end result of this move is.
Focus directly on this move. We're talking about the move.
I'm just saying. I just said I don't have any.
I'm gonna tell you my hypothesis is
that,
wow. He's gonna have those kids. He's gonna have those kids play over there, right? And I think he'll probably move them around. You know, he's hoping that
they have a contract. They have a 1-year deal.
It's a 1-year deal.
It's a 1-year deal.
So they'll probably get on that 1-year deal. See how much fanfare he gets right from there.
Probably sell
see how
some
much
sneakers.
Attraction that he gets from other teams in Europe or whatever.
One of the best leagues is China.
And I think he'll move them around.
Can't go to China.
He'll move them around. Now, LiAngelo is how old?
19.
He's 19. So, in theory, he only has to play 1 year. Am I correct?
No.
How many years does he have to play? Because
one.
Because you got to be 20, right, to enter the league?
You got 19 to enter the league.
Yeah, he's not talking about the young one. He's talking about the second one.
The second one. He's 19 right now.
Yeah, so he plays this 1 year. He go to the league next year.
Again, he could.
He's not going.
Right. No. He's turning 19. He's turning 19.
Yeah, he can go to the league next year.
Right.
Yeah, but against this competition, which I don't know of, What do you have to show against this type of competition?
Well, this competition will leave. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you go. Yeah, go ahead.
What was the question again?
What does he have to show against this competition in order to get drafted?
I don't know. He should have left his ass at UCLA.
Yo, but there's no competition. That's what they're saying. Where they're playing at is the E League for the G League.
Yeah, they're not playing in their best league.
They're not playing top talent. You can't really get evaluated based off of this.
But I'm not surprised because last week one of the coaches from the best team in Lithuania, when their father came out and said, "Yeah, we're gonna get a job for them with this team," the coach came out and tweeted as what, security?
Right.
That's what the coach tweeted. And this is from a top team in that top league.
Because they don't have the name attached as far as the game-wise to bring them over there like that.
You should have left Jello in UCLA, let him play them 10 minutes, left your son in high school, let him do his damn thing. He would have been an All-American. Now they playing, you had probably a better league than Rikers.
Wow. Wow.
I just look, man,
pure foolishness.
Hold on. Gotta hear this one.
My whole thoughts on everything is that everybody is like, what the dude is stepping out on his own. That's all I'm saying. This dude is stepping out on his own. So like, we don't know if it's gonna work or whatever. No. All I'm saying is this: that everybody's like, yo, this is what he should have did. This is what he should have did. Why is it so bad for him being the one, or the children being the ones that are exploiting their name instead of UCLA getting off of it?
Wait. Can I just say this? At some point, you're gonna have to back off things. At some point, you're gonna have to say, "Yo," you gotta have to concede.
Hold on.
Like you're just gonna have to say,
"No, you did not know what you just said," because you're still trying to find a positive in there.
I understand. Like you're trying to
find the positive.
This positive, but at some point, you're gonna be like, "Yo, this dude is wild. He's wild. Like this has cost his kids a lot.
He's hurting their avenues right now, man."
Here's what I will say, right? You are a LeBron fan, right?
See,
no. I'm just trying
I like LeBron. I'm a LeBron fan.
You're a LeBron fan.
Comparison you about to make here.
If you let me make a comparison, I'll tell you.
Go ahead.
No matter what, let's just say you're a LeBron fan, right? Do you agree with every single thing LeBron does?
Of course not.
Okay, that's the only point that I'm trying to make.
But you haven't made that point yet.
What are you talking about? I just did. I'm trying to say that I don't have to quantify what he's doing. With everything that Lavar Ball
left
is
turn.
Doing. I'm a fan of the Ball family.
Are you a fan of KP?
What? Yeah. Okay.
No. The
only correlation that I'm trying to make is that just because you're a fan of somebody doesn't mean that you're all in for every single thing that they do.
Banks, but you keep saying the same thing. Like he has the right to do this. It's better that he exploit his kids over UCLA doing it. Mm-hmm. But when are you gonna say, yo, this is nuts. Yo, you can't do something like this, because at the end of the day,
I'll say it when it doesn't work.
When has it worked though?
Do we know if it hasn't worked yet? I mean,
do you think this is working? Do you call this? Do you think this is a good thing for these two boys?
I don't have a problem with it. They're playing professional basketball. What's the problem?
100 a month. I don't know about that.
Listen, I don't know.
If that's the case, for 500,
I don't have a problem with it. If that's the case, go to Rucker.
I can understand if you talking about, yo, these dudes got 50 G's.
Just go to Rucker.
Play for like 3 months or something like that. I reach. But for 500 a month, you're not even living
in Siberia.
But this is the crazy thing. There's better leagues. Why couldn't he
get in there?
Why can't he got them into a better league?
That they didn't want him in.
They did not want them because they no.
I'm asking.
Hold on. What's being said?
I kind of believe that, because if you think about it, why wouldn't you want a big name in a big league, a big overseas league?
One thing that has been said is neither one of them has the measurables as far as game-wise to put them in those leagues. So they're putting them at the bottom, and they have to work their way up. And that's where they're at. But here's my thing though. But see, my thing is this, and I'm always going to stick to this narrative. I'm always going to talk about the kids. The father to me has went way beyond, and what he started and where we're at now is two total different places. You had the opportunity to have two kids get a full ride to a major university, a D1 program. You put one because he was on suspension for something he did wrong.
Let's keep it a buck, okay? Mark, let's keep it a buck. He pulled him because he wasn't going to play.
Okay, wait. Okay, I got that. But no one made him pull the kid out. He could have stayed there, even if he'd have sat for 20 games. Okay? At the end of the day, he was still at the school getting the education. He's a 4.0 student. He said, that's what the pop said. Right. At the end of the day, you're getting a college education for free, which in a college experience. Now you turn around, you got a 16-year-old that you pull out of high school, and now you send him to a third world country, basically, to play ball. Lithuania
is not a third world country, but good.
I said basically. I didn't say we're a third world country, but basically, listen, it's not.
When it comes to basketball, you can say that.
It ain't California.
There was a player from Wisconsin. He graduated last year. He went over there and he said he hated it. No one spoke English. The coach didn't play him, even though he was better than the rest of the players, because they couldn't speak the same language. And he was like, he don't think that the two ball kids are gonna last.
But the key thing is, you took a 16-year-old out of an environment and put him over there. And once again, what is going to happen to these boys, man, when you keep doing things like this? And when people keep co-signing this bullshit, that shit is crazy to me, man. Because at the end of the day, these are kids, man. I don't care what the Pops does. I'm looking out for the kid. There has to be someone that's going to stand up and say, yo, when are we going to start talking about what's the impact to these kids? Okay, I'm all over the internet. It's all the positives. Oh, this can work, that can work. Who knows? But let's say this. He got him to a place that a lot of parents wish their kid could get to, and that's getting them to college. And now he done ruined that for them. What's next?
You keep them. Listen, you keep them in school, especially the youngest one. His high school games would have been on ESPN. They would have been one of the biggest draws as a high school team because of the name, and that end up helping your brand in the long. Who's gonna be thinking about them in Lithuania?
I got a question.
For the next 3 years, except for his Pops.
He took LiAngelo out of
high school.
For what reason?
No, LiAngelo he took out of UCLA.
Okay, so LaMelo.
No, LaMelo took out.
I just want to make sure I got it right.
The youngest.
So LaMelo, why did he take him out of?
Why is this so different though?
Because of the coach.
From different sports. Like Bryce Harper has been playing professional baseball since like the age of 16 and stuff like that. They have development leagues. They have the minor leagues.
Because they have an avenue for that. We don't take kids from America, take them out of high school, and put them over there.
I'm gonna tell you why
that we don't do. It's the other way around.
It's different for me because it's a black man in the limelight doing what he's doing, taking his kids out of school, ego-driven. Clearly, you see, there's an ego attached to him. That's what makes it news to me. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I have a problem with. Okay, again, I just asked, why'd you take your kid out of high school? Why? Because you didn't like the coach? Like, bro, like, why'd you take your kid out of UCLA? Because you didn't like the fact that your kid wasn't gonna play, or it messed up the brand that you guys. I'm not. It's just not aligning to me, and it goes back to what I said last week about me agreeing with Mark. Like, yo, we not thinking about what's happening with the kids here. Like, yo, you just put them in the league where they getting paid $500 a month. Like, I'm just trying to figure out, like, what's the big picture? Like, what's your these dudes gotta really take off now.
To me,
you know what I'm saying?
To me, Avery, it's not even about the pay, man. Like, yo, you could have left them where they was at, and they could have been better competition. Their skills could have been honed better. You feel what I'm saying? And you could have kept everything that people like myself and Banks thought the path that you was on. Like, I can't co-sign none of this. To me, it's foolish. Like, especially taking a little dude out of high school where your family built that high school name.
Hold on. Yo, that's our segment, but we can come back and do another one.
We gotta come back and talk about this.
And keep this going. I think it's worthwhile based upon the fact is that we're talking about young men and trying to focus back on talking about kids and this situation. So once again, this is our take. We'll come right back. Peace.
What just happened?
All right, so here we are back again. We're going to continue this conversation going. And Leaf, go on. Finish where you're going with your point.
I mean, I just feel for the Ball brand. Everything he was trying to do, this isn't the best move. Like, and I get y'all point, the kids, because I have kids. I'm a father. Everyone here is a father. We all gonna do what we feel is best for our kids. And I'm sorry, I just gotta agree with y'all. I don't think he's thinking about the kids at this point. I just don't see it. Maybe I'm wrong, but right now, what I'm looking at, I just don't see it. You could have had Forget the middle one. No one thought he was ever going to get drafted. Right?
That's his kid. You can't say forget the middle one.
I'm just keeping it. Yo,
it's only old and young. There's no middle.
But if you remember what he said last year, he said he wasn't going to get drafted. He said, I want him on the Lakers development team. Those were his words.
No, we got you.
So it's about the oldest and the youngest one. You took your youngest one out of high school. This kid would have been on ESPN. Shit. Every time they probably had a big game, ESPN would have probably showed him because it's the name.
Right.
You ruined all of that. You're sending him to a place where he's gonna know no one but his brother. That is it. That's not cool.
Let me ask you a question, because you said something you alluded to. I just want to touch on it. Is this the picture you had?
Hell no.
Pictured when all of this blew up? No. And started. A couple months ago.
No.
This is not it.
No, I see. Lonzo did his thing, All-American game. Went to UCLA, ended up being the second pick. Then the second one was gonna ride the pine at UCLA. Then the little one was gonna go to UCLA because I think he's the most talented.
Right.
I think the little one is the most talented out of the three. So I thought, skills get better. He's growing. He'll get stronger. I watched him play over the summer. He has skill. He just needed to get stronger. He grew. I think he's like 6'4", 6'5" now. You feel what I'm saying? And this is what I seen. But sending them over there to where dudes from there is trying to come here, that made you moving backwards.
Right.
Yeah. It's just, look, I'm not gonna sit here and say, hey, the decision that you made for your kids is wrong because that's
your kids. Right.
I'm just saying when you start looking at what can potentially benefit your kids and what can potentially hurt your kids, like you can't. I'm just caught in the middle where you sending your kids to Lithuania now, outside of the fact that you had them at UCLA, outside of the fact that you couldn't wait because your kid went over to China and did something that he got suspended for. That happens. That's a part of life. What is it? My thing is, as a dad, my thing is, what are you teaching your kid? Like, there's no repercussions to your actions. Like, this is what happens all the time. So, I'm pulling you out. Like, it doesn't sit well with me. It doesn't sit well with me as a father to not be able to teach your kids these lessons. You know what I mean?
One thing with you bringing that up, man, there was a conversation that I heard that very much is interesting along that lines is when you teach your children to quit, that's deep. Because what he's done is continually different instances he's been able to pull the basketball and have his kids quit,
walk out the park,
and it's like that's not the way to go. To quit high school and because you don't like the coach, and listen, you could have put him in another high school. He could have went to prep school. He could have went to prep school. There was other options, but to go to the homeschooling route and everything is on a large scale. We're sitting here talking about two kids going to Lithuania. So like you said, they have the platform. But I'm going to sit here and say, and like I said, I always bring up being a father. My thing is, and I'm going to say as a father, I don't always get it right, but my reason for being and existing is to try and help my kids the best I can and trying to steer them the best I can. It's not ego driven, it's about wisdom.
Not about you.
Right. It's about what I think is best for them. And a lot of times when you hear this conversation come up, it's not about what's best for them, it's about what's best for Lavar. It always comes back to the father.
I'm not going to say
not the kid.
That's what I was going to say. It's like, perception is reality. Because what we're saying is, you're telling me you don't think he's doing what's best for his children. How do you know he doesn't think what he's doing is absolutely best for his family? That's your perception of what you think that he's doing is not best for his family. He could be doing what he feels is best for his family. No matter what you say.
Is it best for him or is it best for his family?
Again,
I think it's best for my perception is he feels what he's doing is best for the family brand. He's trying to build.
He's the family brand.
He's trying. No, all of them are family brand. Anyone that comes behind them is the family brand. If this big baller brand thing works, it's gonna leave a legacy, and I think that's what.
Here's my problem with that.
He's trying to be the smartest person in the room.
I get that, but here's my problem with that. You're not teaching these kids how to be young men. I'm sorry. You're not passing and enveloping the idea of how to become young men without consequence, without
repercussions.
Struggle, without repercussions. You're not doing that. What you're doing is you're saying, I have a brand, I have money, I have the ability to not put you in a situation of struggle, of perseverance. You ain't got to do all of that. Here, I'm going to put you here to make sure that the brand, quote unquote, is protected. But it's not letting you be a man. So here's the funny thing. I heard on the radio, they were talking about Eli Apple. I'm not trying to take shots, but one of the things that they said about Eli Apple, he had that whole thing through Twitter and whatnot. They were saying that, yo, the Giants are considering getting
rid of him. Yeah,
rid of him. Why? Because he doesn't have life skills. He doesn't know how to be a man.
That was one of the things that was said.
Dude don't even know how to drive. You know what I'm saying?
That was one of the things that was said in the draft.
To me, I think that's integral, especially for young black men.
You know,
you gotta teach them that part. Man.
You know, he comes from a little bit. You know, Eli Apple comes from a little bit of money, so that where that whole thing can come from.
But that's what we're sitting here talking about.
Killing the Knicks, by the way.
And that's why I keep saying is we're losing a lot of times when you hear this conversation. You lose the fact about the kids. It's mostly about LaVar and co-signing what he's doing. And I keep saying I'm always going to look at how is this going to impact. And I'm not. And yes, perception is reality. But I can sit here and say from the roads that I've seen, the wisdom that I have, the road he's taken, to me, that's not a road I would take my child down. That's what I would say.
I'm not knocking anybody for that. The same way I'm not knocking LaVar for any way that he's raising his children. I don't know what this end game is going to be. I don't know what his grand vision is going to be. All I'm trying to say is that, for me personally, man is raising his children. Is he doing the best job if we're talking about perception? To me, no. But maybe he sees something that I don't. I don't know. That's all I'll say about that.
You know what? And this whole Lithuania thing looks crazy now. They go over there, they do their numbers. They could probably end up someplace else next year. You know, I just think it'd have been more beneficial, especially to the youngest one, if you just kept him in high school. You know what I mean? You let him do his thing. Your family basically put that high school on the map. Why not just keep going? Yeah. It shouldn't be a power struggle. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
But it's the same person beefing with the Lakers coaches. I mean, it's always going to be a power struggle because of his personality. That's what it's going to be. You're always going to put him, and that's part of the reason why you have to go elsewhere, because a lot of people don't want to deal with the personality.
They said UCLA was more than happy to let Jello go and take that scholarship back from the youngest, because they want
you're going to have other kids coming in. You see, that's the one thing about college basketball. You know, there's another kid right around the corner.
Better than these dudes.
It's not even that. It's that they wanted nothing to do with the pops no more.
I know.
Like, just get the hell out of here.
I can bypass you because I can bring in another kid, and I ain't got to deal with this.
Don't think that the NBA is going to be like that too.
No, I understand that, but we keep talking about LiAngelo not making the league and stuff like that. There's dudes in the NBA that they didn't think would make the league either. And I'm not saying that he is. I'm just saying Wayne Simmons wasn't projected to make the league either. You never know how things are going to play out.
Was Ben Simmons projected?
I didn't say Ben. I said Wayne Simmons. Wayne Simmons.
Just don't stop.
He's doing quite well in the NBA right now.
I mean, listen, there are always going to be gems that we don't know and is not seen. The only thing is this gem right now has a huge light upon him. It's different. No one knew who Wayne Simmons was. You know, it's a lot of differences about when you walk in and you walk with fandom, when you walk with a spotlight. It is a big difference to play underneath that spotlight. And that's what these two dudes is going to have to do. So it's a little bit different.
Not those.
Still sharpen steel, man. We're going to see what happens.
Say what?
I said it ain't two, it's just one.
No, I mean, no.
I know.
But both of them have a spotlight on them now because of their name, because of the big baller brand.
You know what's so crazy? What if ESPN goes to Lithuania and airs one of their games?
That's crazy.
Or at least broadcast it. And that's the thing I do say about LaVar is that he knows how to get the attention.
That's what I keep trying to say is that
some things are a win for him regardless.
Yeah, look, name me the #1 player in LiAngelo's class. LiAngelo's class.
But
no. I just please somebody. Can you?
I don't know.
No, you don't know. Can you name me the #1 player in LaMelo's class?
Wait, in
LiAngelo's class, the #1 player was either Porter or Bagley.
Yeah,
I mean, besides you know basketball. I'm talking about people that don't. Name me the #1 player in LaMelo's
the average layman's.
What I'm trying to say is, you know, these kids. They've created a brand. He's created a brand for himself. Whether we agree with how it happened or anything, this is where we're at.
But let me put this on record. As a father, if I create something that is the destruction of my children, I failed.
But how is it destruction?
Because if down the road, if this doesn't work down the road, Banks, I'm saying to you.
I get you.
Then you look back, and that's when you say, this is what he did to his kids.
Absolutely.
So the reason I say, well, listen, if it works, then that's grand. Okay. But I'm always going to say if it doesn't, because here's the thing, the risk as being a father, and I'm sitting in the father's seat. When you take this kind of risk, the impact is going to last longer than you because of he's older. These kids going to have to live with this for the rest of their lives. To me, that's more paramount than anything else. That's why I keep saying I can't give him props for anything if you have been the detriment to a child.
I know one thing that's definitely going to happen with this family. Good or bad, they're going to be a 30 for 30 story.
Good point.
And if it's bad, it's sad. If it's bad, it's
bars.
That's kind of true.
Nah, it's just because again, you want this to work, but
you want it to work.
Right,
I want it to
the
work.
Optics of it, man, it looks crazy.
Looks bad.
It looks crazy.
And how many players have gone overseas? Even players that just did the 1 year, they
came back.
They
Except
bypassed
for Brandon Jennings. He's the only one.
And think about it. Brandon Jennings ain't really have the NBA career people
thought he was, and he was better coming out of high school. He was ranked and played better than when he went over there and came back. His game, it didn't.
And right now, Brandon Jennings is a free agent.
Yeah.
Not playing.
He had a 4-year run, I think, 5 years.
Did he play for the Knicks?
Yeah. Yo, on that note, once again, thank you, everybody. This is Our Take. Keep checking us out, man. Subscribe to our channel. Listen to us on SoundCloud. The podcast is hot. Thank you very much, y'all. Peace.
Yes, sir.
This is made, though. Snare and hard kick. This is it. The cocaine and the crack. They all sound the same to me.
There's a war going on outside. No man is safe from. Take me out of here.
Tell them what we came from.
That's how I'm living.
That's how we do it. That's just the way it is. That's the reason why I came to you.
Drink and women and money.